Si vincenno.
Hey everybody, it's Rod Gilfrey, the baritone bartender. Today we're doing two classics. Well, one's a classic, one's a little variation on the classic, the Negroni. This is a fantastic little cocktail. It only takes 3 ingredients and they're all in equal portions, so it's super simple. They say if you walk into a bar and you just don't know what to make and you're not confident the bartender knows what they're doing, you can say, I'll have a Negroni. It should be a no-brainer for any bartender. It's just gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari in equal proportions. It's shaken and served on the rocks. It should be simple. Now, I've been to bars before where they mess it up, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? Since this is Negroni, is in Italiano, and name in Italiano, I'll sing a little something in Italian. Bevi con me. Yes, that was an A natural, my friends. That's the drinking song from Otello by Giuseppe Verdi. No, I have not sung that role, and I will not sing that role because it's a dramatic baritone, but I know it. All right, here we go. So this is gonna be really simple. It's a shaken cocktail. I'm taking out my shaker and I'm putting in. I like to use kind of a neutral gin. Tanqueray is pretty neutral. 1 ounce of each of these. 1 ounce of gin. Boom. 1 ounce of Campari. Boom. 1 ounce of, this is a sweet vermouth, martini and Rossi. I have a lot of vermouths. I like this one for the Negroni. I don't know. I just like the flavor balance. 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. Boom, that's in there. I'm gonna put in some ice, like that. It doesn't need to be diluted, so I'm just gonna shake it till it's well chilled. I don't have a complicated shaking technique, just shake the little mother. Okay, here it is, Negroni. Piece of cake, that's all there is to it. Don't change the proportions, don't mess it up, it's already good. I'm gonna garnish it with an orange wheel. Stick that on the rim of the glass. That looks pretty nice. The Negroni. Let me try it now. Take this off. The Campari has quite a bit of quinine in it from the cinchona plant bark. It's a bark. So it's got a little bitter taste. The sweet vermouth makes it sweet, a little sweet. There's also some quinine in there. So it's got a little bitter note to it. It's really balanced. It's really, really very, very nice. And this is just decoration. There's no orange flavor in it, but just, I think it looks nice. It looks better than a cherry. I just have to do one more quality control to make sure that this turned out right. Okay, now I'm gonna do the Negroni's cousin, le cousin de Negroni, le Boulevardier. Le Boulevardier, is a variation on the Negroni. Instead of using gin, we swap it out for some kind of whiskey. I like to use bourbon, so I've got a bottle of Maker's Mark here. And now the Boulevardier I'm gonna serve straight up. So I'm gonna put it in one of these coupe glasses. I'm going to switch out for my gin. I'm gonna switch it out for some Maker's Mark bourbon. Instead of using martini and Rossi sweet vermouth, I'm gonna trade it out for Carpano Antica Formula, which is like nectar of the gods. This stuff, you can drink it on ice just by itself. It's just absolutely delicious. It makes great cocktails. It's a very rich flavor, which I think goes nicely in the Boulevardier. This I'm gonna garnish with a cherry, with a Luxardo cherry, Luxardo, instead of with the orange wheel. And I'm gonna make this one stirred instead of shaken. There's a lot of scientific reasons that stirred and shaken are different. I'm not gonna say one's better, it's what you prefer. When you shake a drink, you infuse air into it. So, and also you break up the ice. So there's a higher chance of having ice floating on the surface after you pour it, unless you fine strain it, double strain it. And it changes the mouthfeel. What I'm saying is the way that it, like, a drink that's stirred tends to sort of lay down on your tongue and affects the taste buds differently than one that's been infused with air bubbles, which tends to be a bit more diffuse in flavor. And I want the wash line to come up to about there. So it's gonna be about 5 ounces. I'm gonna do 4.5 ounces. So I'm gonna do 1.5 ounces of each of these ingredients, but they still stay in equal proportions. First with the bourbon. I love that sound. Put in 1.5 ounces of Carpano Antica Formula, which is sort of nicknamed Antica in bars. Antica Formula just means old formula, and indeed I think it's from 1789. It's a fortified, aromatized wine. The Campari. So I've got my ingredients in here. I'm gonna put in a good amount of ice. I want the ice to completely cover the liquid so that I've got little ice protruding from the top of the liquid. I'm going to use my DeSoto double teardrop stirrer, which I love so much because it's just like, it's oiled in there. It's just smooth. It just goes like, this as well it's not something you have to bring to dilution. So you're just trying to get it to cool down really nice, well chilled. The stirring actually cools it faster than if you just let it sit there. If you look at some tiki drinks, they'll use a swizzle stick. And when it's agitated with a swizzle stick, it'll actually get a little bit below the temperature of freezing water and form ice on the outside. Okay, I'm sure that's about done. There you go. There we go. It's a little bit more than 5 ounces when it's in there. You got to try this. This is a whole new world. A whole new world. Oh God, that's copyrighted. I'm not supposed to sing it. These are food of the gods. These are like it's a maraschino cherry, but it's made from wild marasca cherries. It's like 20 bucks for 1 jar, but so worth it. They're fantastic. I'm gonna try the Boulevardier, le cousin du Negroni Boulevardier. That's a damn good drink. It's, wow. The bourbon gives it kind of a whole nother dimension. Gin is very clean and kind of botanical, smoky on the palate. And the way this feels when you put it in your mouth, it feels real good. I like it a lot. That's the Boulevardier by popular demand. And Negroni Boulevardier, 2 cousins who live in perfect harmony. Enjoy, everybody. Please like this video and subscribe, and check out rodgilfried.com for all of the singing stuff I'm doing, including the Metropolitan Opera, New York Philharmonic, concerts with Renee Fleming. It's all there, and if you click on the mixology page, you'll see these on there as well. Enjoy.